What's up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today we're going to be talking about what's been going on with Fix It Daniel for a while. I've been off camera for maybe a good few weeks, and I just want to give you guys an update of what's coming soon to the channel and just going all explaining of what I've been doing lately. I've been doing some work, but it's been off camera, and I will explain to you what I've been doing and explain to you what's going to be next for the car, the Cadillac, and I got some fixes coming up really soon, getting parts together, doing a lot of research. So we will be discussing what's got to be coming next. So let's get into it. So guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys have not seen my stuff, please go down, like, and subscribe. I am super excited to be back. It's been a while since I've been on, maybe get a few weeks. I've been doing some work on cars, but I haven't been doing it on camera. And I'm so sorry for doing it because the fixes I've been doing has just been something immediate and need to be done soon. And I just didn't have time. The light, the weather, I had to do it all in the rain and the dark, and it just was not enough time. And when I do my videos, I like to plan it out and prep it and time it so that way I have enough time to video and enough daylight to do it and be able to get the shots. And in this, what I was doing on this vehicle, I just didn't have time to do it. So right now we're gonna go get in the car. We're gonna go take it for a spin, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about what's been going on. So let us get it. Okay guys, so we're in the car. So I'm going to explain to you what's been going on lately. So I have been working on some cars, just one car actually, but I've done it twice. I've done it off camera, so apologize for that. I worked on a 2006 Nissan Murano. So I had first did some wheel hubs on there. So I wanted to do a video, but that was really hard because it was dark and then it was rainy, it was wet, and it was just a lot of mess. And but needless to say, I got it done. As well as I needed to put a power steering pump belt on there. I did that video. I didn't do a video of that. I'm sorry. I didn't do no videos. I wanted to do a video. That's what it was. I wanted to do a video, but I didn't have time, light, or anything to do it. So I did get it done though, and then maybe a few weeks later I had to come back and do some more work on it. The alternator had gone bad, so I came back and helped him fix it, and we replaced the alternator, and also we actually got a chance to put the power steering pump belt back on there. So everything worked out really well. So everything was pretty good on that. And then so right now that's what had been going on. That dispersed over a couple of weeks. It was like 1 week I did something on this car, and then another week I did something on this car. It was a kind of a lengthy process, but I got it done, and then I was just completely drained and tired, and I just didn't have any energy to do any more videos because I didn't have any more. But in some of my previous videos with the Cadillac, I have had some issues. So one of the issues in some of my previous videos, I was having problems with the Cadillac converter. So I think I did a video on that. So basically, in a nutshell, I had my Cadillac. It had a Cadillac insufficient bank 1 sensor and Cadillac converter insufficiency. So basically, it's pretty much my driver's side Cadillac converter was acting funny, and the downstream sensor was acting funny. So those two combos were making the car just have a really sluggish time. Felt like it was in limp mode. It just really wasn't running really well. So I've been battling with that, trying to figure out what it was, going to O'Reilly's. Thanks to O'Reilly's for letting me use their using their scanner tool. Of course, it's free. You're allowed to use it. So, but I've gone up there like almost 10 or 15, 20 times trying to figure this thing out. And they were like, why don't you go buy your own? I am planning on buying my own just for that sake. I've gone up there numerous times, and I noticed that I needed it because I needed to use theirs because they had live data on their scanner, which means that you can actually see the sensors in real time of how they're working, how they're moving, how they're doing everything. So I needed that so I could figure out what was going on with the cats, what was going on with the sensor. So everything seemed like the Cadillac converter was running fine. It just seemed like the sensors was bad. So my 2 downstream O2 sensors are aftermarket. I put those on when I was doing the upstreams and the downstreams. I left the downstreams alone because they were aftermarket and it didn't seem like they were giving me a problem. So I replaced the upstreams with O2 sensors from the dealer. So with all that being said, I finally got a chance to figure it out, and basically with that kind of issue with the Cadillac insufficiency, you would either need to 1, clean your Cadillac converter, 2, replace your O2 sensors upstream and downstreams, whatever everyone is calling, which downstreams it was calling. 3, it could be a spark plug and coils, which I do have some ordered and on the way. So stay tuned. There is a video coming up for that because this is hopefully going to fix the issue, but we'll get to that. And then what was the other one? The 4th one was your fuel injectors could be dirty or bad, and I got something going on with that as well, coming up in the same video with the spark plugs. So with all that, I just started off with the simplest, like, let's see what's going on with the Cadillac converter. Maybe it's just something going on with that. So I went with that, checked the temperatures, seemed like it was running fine. Temperature was running really well. So I decided to try the O2 sensors, the downstream O2 sensor on the driver's side. Well, that one was definitely giving me some kind of funky signal. Everything else seemed like it was running really fine. You could see it in real time, and you give it the revs, you see the number, the little thing jumping up and down. And then on the downstream O2 on the driver's side, I got nothing. So that was leaving me to believe that the O2 sensor was bad. So I had I had 2 more downstream O2 sensors that I didn't use. So I took one of them and replaced it. So for a while it seemed like it was going okay, but it ended up, after all, it came back. Same thing, downstream Cadillac insufficiency, and then a downstream O2 sensor, or bank 2 sensor 2. So bank 2 sensor 2. So I saw that myself, like, okay, since they're aftermarket, we need to go back to the dealership and get the parts from the dealership. So I finally did go to Cadillac dealership, and I did order the downstream O2 sensor, right part, right number. For some odd reason, these sensors want to be completely part right, so, which is fine. So basically that's what we did. So I got it put in, ran great. The light didn't come on, but I noticed that it still was having its little bit of mischief, something going wrong with it. Not giving me power, not running efficient. It was just seemed a lot of laggy. Like something was backed up in there, still feel like it was in limp mode, all that stuff. So I decided to, I was going to go ahead and just get an all new Cadillac converter, because what I found out is, so when I had done the Cadillac converter gasket, I don't know if you guys remember in the video, I had taken one of my older ones and I wrapped it in foil, and then I ended up getting a brand new one, and I put that little exhaust gasket stuff on there. Well, it turns out that gasket material that I used on the actual metal gasket, I was doing it to kind of give it a better seal so nothing would leak. Well, come to find out, that has silicone, a little bit of silicone material in the gasket. So after doing some research, silicone going into your catalytic converter can cause your catalytic converter to act up or possibly fail. So I found that out. I found out that's what was the problem. Was I never realized it, that material was on there was getting heated up, it was falling apart, and then it was getting into my catalytic converter. Now I'm still riding on the same catalytic converter as of right now, and it seems to be running fine. Now I'm thinking that maybe it blew it out, or it finally melted through the cone and finally got out of its way, or burnt up, or whatever. So but I still am thinking about replacing with a brand new catalytic converter. I already got a brand new metal gasket ready to be replaced. I'm thinking of replacing my catalytic converter and taking care of the issue. But before we do that, like I said in a few minutes ago, I ordered some spark plugs and coils, and I have a fuel injector cleaning kit. So what we're going to do in the next video, we are going to be replacing the spark plugs and the coils with brand new spark plug and coils. I got some iridiums this time. Got some really good iridium plugs, kind of sticking with what the specs of the car is calling for. And I also got this fuel injector kit, which is really cool. You know, it's got two black lead. It's got a red and a black lead. You hook it to power. You put this little cylinder over top of a canister of injector cleaner, and then you stick your injectors in there and you squirt down, and it gives you the stream. And that's a good way because it'll show us if our stream and our injectors are good. Then that way, one, it'll clean it out, and two, we'll know that the injectors are good. They're not giving us any problems. Now, the only thing that the car is doing right as of right now that I'm a little concerned with is it's got a little bit of a vibration. It almost feels like my motor mounts are bad, which I already did a motor mount check. So far, nothing really moved. I mean, obviously it's gonna move a little bit, but it didn't move like it was bad or it was broken or something was loose inside. So I even did that with the regular throttle way, and I even turned on my roar pedal, because the roar pedal will definitely let you know if your motor mounts are bad. It'll flex it a lot more, and I didn't get any of that. So that's leading me and telling me that the motor mounts are good. So going down the list of issues, it could either be I have bad plugs, which they are pretty tarnished and carbon covered, and they're definitely time to be replaced. So that's one. And then the other one is they said that your injectors can do it. If it's not spraying right, they could cause the car to have a little bit of a shimmy, and the spark plugs can do this too. So we're going to be doing those both in the next video. When they come in, we'll be doing a video on that, replacing the spark plugs, and also doing the spray. We'll get some can of carburetor cleaner, or if we can find some injector cleaner, we're gonna do that that clean out on all 6 of the injectors. And then if they all pass and they all are spraying really, really good, then we'll put them back in, and then we'll button everything up, and hopefully that'll fix it before, because I've replaced almost everything. Yeah, I've replaced almost everything on the car except for the injectors, the coils, and the catalytic converter. So I've already replaced the fuel filter, I've already cleaned the throttle body, I've cleaned the mass airflow sensor, I cleaned out the air intake, I cleaned almost everything that the list told you what would cause the catalytic converter to be bad. And I haven't had a check engine light on since I replaced my O2 sensor downstream. But it's still running a little rough. I feel like it's not giving me all the power. It does sometimes, and then it kind of feels like it takes it away, which is very weird. But I'm just gonna exhaust everything and get it all fixed and replaced, and then we should be good to go. So that's pretty much what is going to be coming up in the next video. So that's gonna be really, really cool. I'm really super excited about that. I'm hoping it'll fix this issue. It's killing a little bit of the gas mileage, but it also is not also the reason why it's killing gas. I got a heavy foot, so but I don't do it all the time. But it just you know, older vehicle, and you know, it's not as efficient as a brand new one. So yeah, it's kind of drinks a little bit more gas. And I use the roar pedal, and that drinks gas when you turn it on to race mode and sport plus mode. But so yeah, so that's what's been going on. So I'm hoping that in the next video I'll be able to show you guys exactly what is needed to be done for that. But that's not all I need to do on this car. There is more I need to do on this car, and I'm going to explain that to you next. Okay guys, so we're back. Just dropped my son off. So basically, the next thing that we need to do on the car is I need to get it ready for inspection. So I gotta get a few other things done to it. Some of it will probably pass. The other ones will just, you know, something I wanted to do. So I need to get new tires for the car. I need to get they're not bad, they're just wearing really good. And I've had them for maybe 3 or 4 years. So, you know, I drive the car a lot. Tires are gonna wear, no big whoop. I want to get new brakes. I'm still wanting to do the 4-piston calipers. Don't know if I want to do the they actually sell a aftermarket version, almost like an OE, but it's an OE aftermarket. It's not the actual Cadillac, you know, V brakes, but they're 4-piston, and they'll fit my car. And I could take it from being basically a 2-piston side push to a 4-piston stopping power. All I gotta do is just disconnect those, reconnect those, maybe bled them, and then boom. But the only problem I'm having is that with those brakes, the crossover pipe, which is basically what transfers the fluid from both sides of the caliper, I'm having a hard time locating a one that'll fit. I found something that may fit, but I don't know if it'll fit. So, because that's the other issue, and then I gotta make sure my rim will fit and clear it and everything like that. So that's another trick that I'm trying to still research on. Or I could just say screw it and go and buy the actual Cadillac V brakes and put them on, and then they already have the crossover pipe already mounted to it. All I have to do is just put them on and bleed them. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. It's a $200 difference. So I don't know if I want to go for the $200 difference or stay with whatever I'll go with that one. So we'll see. If I can find the cross pipe, that'll save me a little bit of money, but we'll see how that goes. And then I gotta get shocks all the way around. Granted, they're fine, but you take a bump and you're definitely gonna feel it, and it'll definitely take away some of the smoothness of it. Me just driving it. It'll take care of the little bumps. That's why my camera's vibrating right now. It's because my shocks are bad, and they're not taking all the residual bumps, even just the normal bumps in the roads you normally would drive. So I gotta get those replaced. I'll probably just get some regular ones, because I wanted to get some adjustable coilovers where you can, you know, crank them down and you can raise them and lower them. But I'm having a hard time finding those too, and the ones I do find, they're almost like anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, and they're only for the CTS instead of the STS. So I'm not for sure if a CTS and an STS shocks will fit the same way. It looks like it'll fit, but that doesn't always mean that it will. So I just don't want to buy, you know, that and then they don't fit. So we're trying to figure that out, or I just maybe just go buy some regular OEM, because I didn't mention it, but I bought some clamps. I got some pretty cool spring clamps, so that way I can take those springs in the front off really safely. it actually cups them, and then you just squeezes them like this. So it's really cool. You know, it just cups them and then squeezes it. You know, you crank it on one side, and it squeezes it like hands crushing it, and then it'll hold it until you decompress it, and then you let it go. So it's a really cool trick. It's a really cool, safe way of dealing with it. So I'm really looking forward into trying that out. But if I buy the adjustable coilovers, I won't need them because they'll already be ready to be installed. I won't have to clamp anything. All I gotta do is just take out the old ones and put the new ones in, and boom, and maybe make my adjustment for height, and then that's it. But I probably will be leaning more towards the OEM one just because it's more cheaper and I can get it faster. I can always replace them later if I find some. I could save the money and get the ones I really want, because if I get them right now, I'll be rushing, and I just don't have the time to be, you know, rushed to get those, especially if they're really expensive. So now that we talked about all that, so there's not too much more. I gotta find some LED rear tail lights. So the right rear one is probably 5 bulbs. Out of all the LEDs, there's 5 of them that are out. Now I believe that will still pass inspection, but I want to replace them anyway, just because, you know, I don't like looking at 5 bulbs out on my tail light. I'd rather have them all working. So they're not super expensive. I found some on Facebook Marketplace and everywhere. So I'll have to get them used. Used is way more cheaper than getting them brand new. I think brand new is like maybe high 2s, low 2s. So but the used one, I can get one for like, I've seen some for 80 or 90 bucks for a used, just one right used one, which is fine. That's all I need. The left side's fine. Most of the time they're coming together as a pair, so they're a little more pricey. Speaking of which, if any of you guys want or need 06 Cadillac STS front headlights and front fog lights, please hit me up. I don't know how the shipping would work. We have to figure that part out, but I have some really good ones. They're used, but they work. They work perfectly fine. I took them off of my car when I did the video for when I got into a wreck on the front passenger side. I replaced them all. I still have those headlights that nobody wants, and I'm selling them for $200 for the whole kit. And I can't believe that nobody wants them, because that's the cheapest price you'll find anywhere for those lights. Each of those lights is $200 by itself, and that's even used. Maybe used you might be able to get it for like $100 a piece, but I'm selling them for $200. I want them gone. I don't need them anymore. I thought about holding on to them in case I get another accident or something like that, but really and honestly, I don't really need them anymore. I think if I got another accident again, the insurance would take care of it, and I'd get brand new ones or something like that. Or if I decide I want to replace them, they're going to be replaced with something brand new, like some Euro lights or something like that. Those are going to be brand new, or primarily used, or I won't be able to use that design anymore. So guys, if you need some STS headlights, whether yours is broken or whatever, mine are good. They're in good condition. They're not terrible. They're not awesome. They're not like, oh my god, they're super crystal clear. But if you're in a bind, say if you got into a wreck or something like that, they're the perfect lights. I mean, you can clean off the headlights a little bit with the little headlight magic trick that you see on YouTube all the time, and then voila, your headlights are clean. I just don't want to do that because I decided not to go that route. So I do have them. If you guys want them, hit me up at hit me up here in the comments, or you can go to my Instagram and hit me up there, or go to Facebook Marketplace. So they are there waiting for someone to buy them. All right, so that's pretty much it. There's not too much going on. There is a few cosmetic things that I want to get. It's more of a want than a need, just to kind of make the car look a little more spruced up. I do plan on getting the Tesla screen that I don't think I've ever mentioned that. I think I may have, but I want to get a Tesla screen that they do sell for my car. That'll kind of make the stereo system look pretty cool. I'm just a little worried because the stereo system I have in here now has I call it the background features. So basically what that means is that I can adjust my my time, I can adjust the date, I can, you know, if I want to have, when I could turn the remote start off and on. If I want the AC to turn on when I remote start the car, you know, all that stuff is done on this stereo. So I'm worried that the moment I take it out, I lose it, which is not a good thing. That's not what I want. So if that's the case, I hate to buy it and then realize I'm gonna lose those features, and that's a real major. Because what I would like to do is that if it does take away those features, I'll just get a regular OEM navigation one from an STS and then put that in there. So I'll still have a screen and it'll just be navigation and then, you know, stereo settings and stuff like that. But at least I'll still have my ability to, you know, make my settings on the car. So that's a more of a want than a need. It's not a big rush. It's not going to make the car, you know, run better or awesome. So I'm not stressing over it, but it's just something that I wanted to add as a, you know, a nice final last minute touch. I do want to do some outside cosmetic stuff. I thought I'd put down some rear diffusers, front diffusers. I did do some research and they do have some, which is really cool. So I'm thinking about getting those in there. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of research lately. I actually do have something coming in the works on another vehicle, not my own vehicles, but it's someone I know close. They need a lot of major work done on their vehicle, and it's another Nissan. But I'm looking forward to, once we get all those parts, I'm doing research on that too. So I'm doing research on a lot of cars. My car and someone else's car on finding parts, and I found a lot. So but yeah, definitely we'll have a lot more videos coming, so please stay tuned, please be patient, and thank you for being patient, because even though I haven't posted any videos, I've seen my subscribing numbers still moving up, which is really cool. I'm already at like 590 something. I'm super stoked and super appreciative of you guys. So I thank you so much for all that love and support. I really do appreciate it. You just don't know. And I do check my comments. So if you leave me a comment, I'm really good about returning people's comments, because you guys take the time and effort to comment me. I'm gonna take the time and effort to write back. I know a lot of YouTubers, they get so busy they don't even look at comments, but you could comment them all day long and they're never going to check your comments, which I think that's kind of bad etiquette. I mean, you have fans that write to you. It'd be nice to return the favor and write them back. So I do appreciate you guys leaving me comments, likes, and I always answer your questions. If you got a question about your car or a question about a fix, or hey, I'm thinking about doing this, what do you think? I always welcome those. I like to help people out. Even if they don't have a Cadillac or if they don't have a Escape, I still like to help you out with your cars. I'm pretty knowledgeable with cars and stuff like that. I do a lot of research and everything. So please don't hesitate to comment and give a shout out. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And I'm still looking forward to getting to the 1,000. I'm not like, you know, I'll get there when I get there. Like I said, if God wants me to be there, I will be there. And we'll see what's going to happen when we get there, because I really honestly don't know. So I'm just stoked just to get that close. So, you know, I kept having goals of trying to get to 1,000, but you know what? I'm just going to do what I do, and I'm hoping that you guys like it. You'll like and subscribe. You'll help me out, help me grow. We can do some more cooler things as I grow, just like all the rest of the guys that do cool things once they get to, you know, bigger numbers and they get, you know, a little bit more of assistance help. They do a lot more cooler things. So I'm hoping to get to that point, because everything I'm doing is coming out of my pocket. So, you know, it takes a little longer to get parts, because you know, I have to save to get that stuff. I don't have the money to just go and buy a bunch of parts or this and that on a whim. So I really do appreciate you guys being patient, and sometimes I gotta take some time off to gather myself to get a lot of things going. But stay tuned, be patient, wait, and we'll get back to some videos. But guys, I thank you so much. I really truly do. I know this was not a fix, but I felt like I didn't have anything right now. Everything's being ordered, everything's being researched. So I wanted to at least, you know, talk with my fans and my subscribers, and just kind of let them know what's going on. You know, where have I been? What have I been doing? And we'll get back on that, and we'll get back on the videos of fixing things and helping you guys out and showing you some more cool stuff. So I got a lot of cool stuff up here, just haven't got it out to be able to produce it. So but it'll be time, it'll take some time, and things will get there. So and we'll see what life brings us. So guys, I thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please follow me. Please spread the word. I actually started doing the little hashtag thing. I got the hashtag thing on my Instagram. You can find it at FixItDaniel. It's right there. You can go to that YouTube channel, and you actually can click on my my little handle. They call it a handle now. You can click on my handle and it'll link you straight to my YouTube channel. So that makes it really easy and cool. I don't have to tell you guys anymore. You could literally go to my site and go there. I mean, I'll still tell you, but you know, you could go there and click the link. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I will get some more stuff coming for you guys, so be patient, and until the next time, I see you on the next fix.